And there's some wonderful opportunities ahead for Wood County on many levels. I'm glad to be joined here today by so many people doing such good work to fight the terrible drug epidemic here in our state. As many people know, this has been a passion of mine over the past 13 years, including during my entire tenure as Attorney General, where I tried to do everything imaginable to fight drug abuse from a supply, a demand, and an educational perspective. Today, I'm very grateful to be joined with a number of people, including Mayor Tom Joyce, Commissioner Blair, Executive Director Brandy Blatt, and Jonathan Board from the West Virginia First Foundation. I want to note Brandy is the Executive Director of place we're at, the Mid-Ohio Valley Fellowship Home, which is the reason why we're here today. I want to note that last week was Recovery Advocacy Day at the Capitol. And I had a chance to talk to some of the people who have been victimized by substance abuse and others who have been helping to foster recovery. As we know, West Virginia has a very long history battling the perils of addiction. During my tenure as Attorney General, I tried to attack it every way we could with every tool in the toolbox. We worked hard to drive increases in enforcement, to advance recovery, to push prevention and education. And in fact, a lot of that work culminated with the lawsuit, the litigation against a number of the drug companies that resulted in over $1 billion in total dollars for the state of West Virginia. And the creation of the West Virginia First Foundation, which is really the crown jewel in the state as part of the state of West Virginia's efforts to combat this terrible problem. I've always said that we can't afford to lose another generation to senseless death, and we're certainly not. I know that over the years, we've taken on a lot of big fights. Some didn't get covered very much, but our lawsuit against the DEA, that forced the rewrite of the national drug quota rules, which was really important because in the past, the DEA used to literally allow ingredient amounts to soar through the roof, not realizing that there was a lot of a diversion that was going on. We changed that, and we've changed a lot of big things in our state. On day one as governor, I asked the Trump administration, well, at the time I guess it was the Biden administration, but we followed through, to designate fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction. As governor, I'm going to continue to look at all ways that we can hold bad actors accountable and fight substance abuse. But to do that, it's going to take all of us here in Team West Virginia. I'm confident if we collaborate and we work together, we can truly make a difference in all the people that are struggling with the ravages of addiction. So I'm thankful for everyone who's here today. I'm also deeply appreciative of the support from the Trump administration because he's now here in spirit giving us support. And the funds that we're announcing today are a direct result of actions that the president has taken just in a few weeks of office. So it's very, very positive. We know that today we're here at the Mid-Ohio Valley Fellowship Home. And this is such a crucial project. It's a residential recovery program for both men and women. The program assists with sober reentry into the community, and it provides stable, safe, and sober housing. The house also provides balanced nutrition, parenting skills, employment preparation assistance, and sober living skills for maintaining long-term sobriety. Founded in 1971, this fellowship home has served thousands of West Virginians, helping our residents overcome addiction within their lives. I can state definitively that the road to recovery for so many would not have been possible without the work of Mid-Ohio Valley Fellowship Home and also Executive Director Brandy Blatt. Thank you, Brandy, for all of your good work. So today, I'm pleased to announce that the Mid-Ohio Valley Fellowship Home is receiving an award of $80,000 in funds to provide for peer recovery support services to Wood County and the surrounding areas. These funds are made possible through the comprehensive opioid stimulant and substance abuse site-based program. That's a partnership between the state and the federal government. I'm also announcing today that in addition to the Mid-Ohio Valley Fellowship Home, we're also awarding the following funds. $60,000 to the Berkeley County Commission to provide comprehensive evidence-based recovery services to substance abuse offenders in Berkeley County through the support of peer recovery coaches. We're going to talk about that in a minute. That's a critical part of the effort to wean people away from addiction. $56,000 to the Tucker County Commission to employ prevention resource officers to act as mentors, role models, and advocates for students in West Virginia schools. And then $80,000 to the West Virginia Sober Living Program to continue aiding in the reentry process using peer recovery support specialists in Kanawha and Monongalia County. Now, one of my top priorities as governor will be to continue to make progress in the fight against the opioid epidemic and ensure that some of the deadliest substances, such as fentanyl, that their volume is reduced tremendously. We have to make sure that the drug epidemic does not pervade in these communities. As your governor, I'm going to continue the work that I started as your Attorney General, and I'm going to attack this problem holistically from a supply, a demand, and an educational perspective. But in order to be successful, we need collaboration. We need collaboration with great local organizations such as the Mid-Ohio Valley Fellowship Home and the other groups that are being awarded grants today. We also need collaboration with one of the crown jewels in our efforts to target the substance abuse epidemic, the West Virginia First Foundation. And I'm pleased to be joined today by one of the board members, but also by the executive director of the West Virginia First Foundation, Jonathan Board. I've talked to Jonathan, and I see in our future the governor's office is going to be collaborating very closely with the West Virginia First Foundation, with the counties, with the federal government. And so I'm announcing that effort to collaborate today because I know they're already working hard on the efforts pertaining to peer recovery and treatment and substance abuse prevention. And the state cares deeply about that. And so I'm really pleased that the West Virginia First Foundation is going to be taking an important role in this collaboration process. I always viewed, when I worked together with the counties and cities and negotiated many of those settlements, that West Virginia First Foundation would always be out in front as the centerpiece of West Virginia's actions to fight back against this terrible epidemic. So it all starts with collaboration here, and so I wanted to announce that in addition to the important money that's going to flow through here to the Mid-Ohio Valley Fellowship Home. With that, I want to be in a position to turn it over to some of our folks today. We're going to start and turn it over to Commissioner Blair Couch for comments.
Thanks. Thanks, Governor. We watched you really perform as Attorney General. I'm happy to say that the new Attorney General is up here, and he's carrying on the same fight.
Good.
Our hope is, you know, we run a community corrections program, we run a day report center program, we support this group and so many others in the addiction recovery space. And I hope that we can continue to do so. $80 grand will be well spent, and I'm sure Tom Joyce will make sure. So thank you all.
Great. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Governor.
All right. Brandy?
Thank you so much. We are really honored for what we're receiving today, so thank you to everybody involved. This is a big deal for people suffering from substance use disorders. So today we celebrate with you, and as you celebrate with us, let's have a conversation. Let's continue to collaborate. Don't be afraid to walk up and ask for help. We are here for you. Thank you.
Brandy, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Thanks. Great. And Jonathan Board.
Well, thank you, sir, and thank all of you for being here. Congratulations, Director. This is a big and important day. I want to take a moment to thank, too, the Governor. West Virginia earned due to the work of the governor as Attorney General then and his team, the highest ratio of any state in America in the opioid settlements. And then went on and did some meteoric work to work with all of our counties, municipalities to create an agreement that ultimately resulted in the West Virginia First Foundation. We are all blessed by that work, and we're just at the tip of the iceberg here. But it's the good work that we see here. It's the good work of the governor's office, the now Attorney General McCuskey, and others that have come together to capture this exciting time, to change the trajectory of this state. We are so grateful for that. Thank you to my board member here, Mayor Joyce, and others. This is a day of celebration, and it's the beginning of many to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. Well, with that, it's time for the official presentation of the resources. So why don't we gather everyone around here? Here we go. A little awkward with the steps here. We'll fix that. Here we go. And I'm so grateful. Randy, thank you so much for all of
We
your
appreciate
efforts.
you.
And this should be more appropriate
Yeah.
for you to hold,
Yeah.
okay? Ready? You want to get her, not me. Well, great. Well, we're grateful that you're all here, and we'll look forward to catching up soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Governor, pleasure.
Thank you. Great to be up here.
Couldn't pick better weather.
Yes, beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
It's been a while.
Really appreciate it.
See you, man. I'm gonna go get a hand.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to see you. Are you coming down Tuesday? Are you? Okay.
My daughter is going to give you a prayer.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Yeah. John, thank you for everything. You're a good friend. By the way, good.
Sick dog. A lot of things going on.
Sadie, will you give your phone to James? And we're going to take a picture with that.
Thank you.
Very good, bro.
It's great to be up here.
Do we need to move, James? Yeah. You got it? You just tell us what you need. Can you turn the phone to the side and take one?
Thank you.
If she's too much, just say so. It's okay.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you. And then can we get a selfie with you? Me and Piper. Yeah. Sadie, you want to take it?
Hey, Warren,
Sadie,
thanks,
will
fun.
you just, yeah. Will you take this picture of me and excellent.
All right. Shall we?
All right, see you later.
Thank you.
We got an alumni.
She's still on. I couldn't say
Isn't that cool?
I didn't want it to like not be on and then be like shit. Just like when I get sad when like people tell me. Did you see the time for did you read about that?
All right, guys. Yeah, you're welcome.
Do you want to have my camera or just?
You guys want to?
Yeah, that's okay. Can I mic you up?
Of course.
Do you want him somewhere else?
You guys doing well? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Nice to see you.
You too.
You guys are traveling. That's great.
are, yeah.
What made you travel? Nice to see you. It's nice to be back up here. It's a big day.
Yeah.
Getting back up to Wood County. Hang on, this is not ideal. All right. Ready? Hey, guys. Hang on one sec. Ready? Fire away.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so can we just get a comment from you about all the schools being open after the
Absolutely.
flooding today?
It's actually incredible that with all the work that's been done by folks in the local community, Department of Highways, by the National Guard, all the volunteers, we've had FEMA come in. all schools now, it's my understanding, are open in West Virginia. I think that's incredible. A lot of people are working really hard to make sure that the cleanup continues to move forward. I'm going to be very aggressive. I've told everyone when requests come in, I want to turn it around immediately. I want everyone to know that we work together as a family in West Virginia. We help each other out. But the best way to do